Welcome to another funny fuzzy skin feature in Fusion 360. This time it's the advanced edition. I vibe coded an add-on with the help of Claude AI. And here's how it works. First you have to activate it, and then you pick the add-in fuzzy skin, apply fuzzy skin effect. You select a mesh body. You can pick the amplitude and the noise coverage. Here I pick 100%. There's edge smoothing, there's random seed, and I'll explain all that later. You hit OK, and it'll tell you, yes, fuzzy skin STL saved. And that's the only downside here. We have to re-import this. Use insert mesh to import. Mesh, insert mesh, and then select from my computer and go to the path that the pop-up window gave you. And select the fuzzy skin temp STL, and here's your fuzzy skin. Set to centimeter if it isn't already, otherwise it might look a bit small. Hide the original surface, hit OK, and here's your fuzzy skin, not projected, but generated. I don't know if it's perfect yet, but it's pretty good, especially when compared to the texture extrude tool within Fusion. The problem with that is it only works semi-well for that job because it doesn't wrap, it projects, as you can see here. I already made a whole video about that I will link in the top right corner here. And if you're asking yourself, what's the whole point anyway? I can just do this in my slicer. Yes, the point is if you want to define the fuzzy skin pattern and share the file online and make sure it looks the same on every printer. So let me show you how you can install this add-in. Just go to the GitHub link that I'll provide in the description below, and you just download this as a zip. Then you just open the zip file, and here's all the files you need. And you can either drag this into your add-ins folder or keep it wherever you would like it. It works from anywhere. And here's what you have to do in Fusion. You go to the Utilities tab, go to Add-ins, Scripts and Add-ins. And on this plus here, there's a drop-down, Script or Add-in from Device. And just go to the folder that you just extracted, pick that one and say Open. And here it is. All you have to do is run it, that slider. And you can also run this on startup. I would not recommend this since, well, this is version 1.00 and it might crash your Fusion installation, and I don't want to be responsible for that. So don't run on startup, just remember that. So we'll turn that on and it will tell us that it loaded successfully. Okay, and now let's go through this step by step, and maybe let's even take a step back. This is a elliptical base that is extruded, and then it is split with this line here. Maybe you've seen that before. I've used this in a couple of other videos. And then what you need to do is you unstitch these two parts. So there are two separate bodies here. And now what we need to do is turn this into a mesh, obviously. We'll pick that, go to Create, Tessellate, and we'll need a resolution of 0.2 for this to work. And here we go. That's already all we need with the mesh tool. And we go back to Utilities, Add-ins. We already have this running, fuzzy skin, and pick a mesh body. And unfortunately, there's no preview yet. We'll see if that ever can work. I would always put this noise coverage to 100%. And I would also keep preserve edges because we want to stitch this back together later. That's why this is here. If that's not necessary for you, well then don't preserve these. Anyway, there's also edge smoothing, which means 3 millimeters in this case from the edge. It'll start smoothing towards the edge. And the random seed is so that you can, well, repeat the same randomness, so to say. And you would need to note down that number if what you see is what you like and you want to repeat that on another body so that they would look similar. At least that's what Claude AI told me. I haven't really used that yet. And then all we need to do is click OK, and it'll tell us, yes, it's saved a new STL in this folder. You gotta right click to copy that and use Insert insert mesh to import. We will do exactly that. But we can also hide that one first. Go to mesh, go to create insert mesh, or you just use this button. And again, select from my computer. On a Mac, you can hit Command-Shift-G for Go, and you paste that link in here. Open that one, and as mentioned before, pick centimeters. It used to import in millimeters the first couple of times, but now it fixed itself. I don't know. And well, here's our fuzzy skin with a drop off towards the edge and with perfect intact edges. Because the next thing we need to do here is tessellate this also, and we can set this to high. It doesn't need to be crazy dense. And now we go to combine in the mesh tab here. Select the target body, select the tool body, it doesn't matter which is which. Use merge here, not join, and hit OK. And you have one single mesh body that you can 3D print. And here's the result. I think this works really well, especially for 3D printing. And that was the whole point, to be able to apply fuzzy skin directly in Fusion without any other tools. Well, there's an add-in now, but that doesn't count. And if you're still watching, I assume you're also curious how I actually did vibe code this. Well, let me show you. So I asked Claude AI, can you help me code a plugin for Autodesk Fusion 360 that will generate what is called fuzzy skin, basically generating noise on a mesh body's outer surface. And well, he was happy to help. And here's the first code. And to run this code, of course I need to copy it, but I need to do something else in Fusion first. Let me show you. To run the code, we need to prepare another blank add-in in Fusion. Go to scripts and add-ins, and this little plus here has the create script or add-in option. And let's create an add-in, and we can call this fuzzy2. And well, since Claude is programming in Python, that should be Python. And you can also have a custom link here. I'll just create it where all the other add-ins are. And you can see here it is. And you can also open the file location directly. And here it is. And here's the fuzzy Python script file. And then you just edit that and just paste everything in here, hit save, and you're ready to test your add-in. As you can imagine, the first code didn't work, and neither did the second. My workflow became this loop: copy code from Claude, paste it into the add-in file, go to Fusion, stop the old version, run the new version, test it, and most of the time see an error message. Then copy that error message back to Claude and we debug together. It took 144 iterations before it actually worked as it should, which sounds like a lot, but it took me maybe 3 to 4 hours to do this, and I have very limited experience in coding, so this would have taken me at least a week, if not longer. So this is rather impressive actually. And if you've also had an idea for an add-in for Fusion, I would highly encourage you to try this. But be aware you might need a paid version of any large language model. I even managed to max out my paid subscription here and had to wait for an hour for Claude to want to speak to me again. So go ahead, download this and try it and let me know what works and what doesn't. And if you want to contribute to this, feel free. I'd be happy to see this grow into something bigger. And all that's left for me to say is like and subscribe, and see you next time. Let me introduce you to Werk, the sponsor of today's video. Based in Copenhagen, Werk is a contemporary kitchenware company dedicated to developing honest and high-quality tools for everyday use. Follow the link in the description or go to werk.com and sign up for the newsletter to get 10% off your first order.